Hello my Frugal friends and welcome to today's video. We are going to try to get a good angle. Ugh.
Relax. And enjoy the sick angles, dude.
Today we're going to show you how I shop the clearance grocery items. So I am here at my local neighborhood Smith's. Just find your local grocery store that's like not a Walmart and just ask the people that work there, do you have a clearance section? Where do you usually put your clearance items? We are going to go around the store and see if we can find anything. It's a Saturday morning at 11, so there may be nothing left, but maybe there will be. We'll find out. All right, let's shop. Most stores are going to have what they're going to call a loss leader, okay? So every week when the sales ad comes out, they'll have these front page items, 2 to 5 different items that are really marked low. And as you can see here, the oil and the chocolate chips, the Nestle Tool House chocolate chips were part of that at my Smith's this week. I always try and pick up the loss leaders or the major markdown sales, and then I keep my eyes open for the clearance. And as you can see here, this is all of the produce items that don't need to be refrigerated. They bag them up in these little 99-cent bags. Some of them don't look very good. You do have to kind of look around, and things are super mushy or there's fuzzy things on them. You're going to want to bypass them, but I always try and take a nice good look. I mean, look at these bananas. They look totally fine. Had a watermelon. There were apples and mangoes and limes. I thought about getting the limes, but I decided not to at the last second. You guys notice how I'm dressed right here? There'll be another video on my outfit in a few days, so look for that. And basically the main things they're going to mark down are all of the things that expire quickly. So all of your perishables. This will be packaged salads, peppers, fresh items like you see here. These do go bad. And my Smith's, which is a Kroger-owned store, a Kroger affiliate, anything that is within 3 days of the sell-by date, they have to start marking down. That's what the produce manager told me when I was looking at salads one day. These things are not expired, but they are close. So as you're purchasing them, consider, am I going to be able to use them before they go bad? Can I store them in a different way so they'll last longer? A lot of the things that I get, I can freeze for later, so I don't worry about it too much. I'm kind of looking at the prepackaged apple slices. I have gotten those before, but my kids don't really prefer the pre-cut apples, so I decided to pass up on those. You'll also find things like flowers on clearance, which is really fun. I was very tempted to get this bouquet of flowers. I thought they were so pretty. And of course they smell good, but in the end, even though they were only $2.50, I didn't need them. Anything in the deli department, this will be hummus or prepackaged veggie trays, potato salad. This is a really large potato salad. It was 3 pounds of packaged potato salad for 99 cents. And those baked beans, you see those on the left, I have gotten those before for 99 cents and totally bought them and brought them home, and they were perfect. Pre-made fried chicken and fajita steak items that are packaged like this. And if they don't sell them when they're really fresh, they have to mark them down. And so there's nothing wrong with them. It's just a matter of the store can't afford to hang on to them anymore, or they're going to go in the garbage. And I really despise food waste. I really hate it. So I try to do my part in picking up the items that are marked down, not only because it saves me money, but it also prevents things from going in the garbage that otherwise could be perfectly fine. I did end up buying 1 package of those King's Hawaiian rolls. And I even noticed, look, this is gluten-free stuff. $1.50 for a package of those. I think that's another $1.50 for gluten-free bagels. I've seen all kinds of gluten-free items on the bakery clearance rack. So if you have those type of issues, that's a great place to look for them. And most stores will have a clearance section, much like this. Although I find in my particular store, they don't have the best sales on this rack. I rarely find things I'm really excited about in this particular store. I mean, other stores, I've seen things that are good, just not in my traditional go-to store. I do notice that you can always find candy for a good price. Another item I get is yogurt. Like I said, close to the expiration date, but you can freeze yogurt. I don't know if you guys knew that. You just have to stir it really good after you thaw it out, or the texture will get a little chunky. But if you stir it up, it'll smooth right out and it won't be any big deal. So you can see here these 1 pound containers of turkey were labeled at $2.99, and I've gotten these before when they're part of the buy 5 get 5. where the extra dollar does come off when you scan it, but I'll talk about that a little bit more at the end of this video, what actually happened when I checked out. You see Haley trying really hard not to get anybody else in these shots. I thought she did a great job of like respecting the privacy of the people around us. You guys saw this as we were checking out, but this is my $46 Smith's grocery. You know what? I really hate calling these a haul. Check out my haul. Why is that the word? Why is that the thing? I don't understand. This is what I got at the grocery store. How's that? It doesn't have the same like zing as haul does. I don't know. Zing! So you're gonna have to remove $2.50 for my total because those are Haley's Takis that she's currently eating that she paid for with her own money. She just gave it to me when we got home. So that brings our total to $43.40, which I could have gotten for less because of this over here. We'll talk about that in a second. I picked up the weekend digital coupon deals, $1.49 for these, $1.49 for these. It's baking season, it's a good time to stock up. And Dave just used all of my vegetable oil for frying plantains, and so I kind of didn't have any anymore. I didn't even notice that I grabbed like one vegetable oil and then the rest canola. I was just grabbing bottles. These are stocking stuffers. Shh. Haley, go hide these. This is my favorite way to buy pepperoni. It's a 2-pound package. It's not sliced perfectly, like you'll find some bigger chunks in here, but it's typically only $3.99 for 2 pounds of pepperoni. You know, much more affordable by buying it in this huge bulky thing. And then, you know, you can divvy it up and freeze it if you want to. I'm not touching the things. I don't want to trigger anybody.
Is that you have to touch everything?
I got some hummus. Dave loves hummus, and the taco inspired. He loves everything taco flavored. Thought that would be fun. A watermelon.
I carried a watermelon.
For 99 cents for a personal one. You guys saw me pick up the sage in the store, which I need for one of my recipes, and the Walmart grocery pickup didn't have it last time, so I was pretty excited to find the organic sage for 99 cents. Clearance bananas, it's not a huge savings. I think it's 10 cents a pound lower to get these, but these look fine. I mean, we'll eat them before they go bad. 4 cukes for $1, 5 apples for $1, and these. Now, I've told you guys before that when they have this sticker, the Woohoo sticker, they still work for the buy 5, get 5 sales. But today, I've learned that sometimes they don't work. So these, like automatically the computer it'll just come off, right? And today it didn't. The Takis was the 5th item. I mentioned it to the cashier and he was like, oh, that has never worked at the store ever. I'm sitting here like, I shopped at this store a month ago and it worked, right? So I was like, oh, that's weird. They worked for me before. And he's like, oh, never, not since I've worked here. And I've seen this cashier a lot. He's usually really nice. And he's literally been there for 6 years. But he was like weird today. Didn't you think he was a little rude?
Yeah, I think he was cranky.
Not
enough sleep.
Not enough sleep. He was a little cranky today. He probably just had a bad day. But he was like, that they have never worked since I've been here. And I'm like, I mean, you don't argue with the cashier, right? That's tip number 1 or 2. I don't know which tip it is, but it's an important tip. You don't argue with the cashier, you're not gonna win, usually. I'm sitting here and I'm like, I know I'm right, right? You know what I mean?
I am always right. Even when I'm wrong, I'm right.
I just did this. And it worked fine. Like, no one had to override anything, it just comes off, and it didn't. But he was adamant and a little cranky that he was like, oh, never. And I was like, oh, weird. I wonder why it worked the one time. And he's like, I don't know. They must have printed the thing wrong. Like the sticker's wrong. And I was like, okay. And then I'm sitting there at the register. There's a line behind me. Do I have him take all of these off my receipt because I didn't save the $4 on these 4 items? Or do I just keep them? And I will say they're a 1 pound package of deli turkey for $2.99. Even without the extra $1 off, it's still a good price. I'll just keep them. Like, it's just, I was like, oh, okay, well. So I kept them. You can totally freeze these. I do it all the time. Pull them out later. So I will probably throw all 4 of these in the freezer and we'll have deli meat for the next 6 weeks. But that was $12. I potentially didn't have to spend, I mean, maybe $4 I could have saved, but didn't. So as far as the clearance items working for the buy 5, get 5, your mileage may vary. And also, if the cashier is nice enough to take it off for you, be grateful. And if they don't want to and want to say that their store's never done that, just say okay and go about your day. That is everything I picked up today. $43 $83.50 or something right around there. I think my total for December so far, right at $90. A little over 2 weeks to go. I have a ton of food in the house. Technically, I probably wouldn't have to shop for like a week and we would be just fine. So I'm gonna put all these away. I hope perhaps you guys learned something about the shopping trip that I took you on today. You just keep your eyes open, kind of pick around. I got a couple of stock up items, a couple of fresh items, and because I'm still kind of working off the meal plan I made last time, I didn't really need like specific things. I feel like I have enough that I could just make some dinners with what I already have, if that makes sense. If you enjoyed, I hope that you would consider subscribing and hang out with me a little bit more in the future. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button, helps the channel out quite a bit, and I will see you in the next video.